Hello, Facebook Live. On my page, hello, Facebook Live. In my group, if you're watching this, welcome. Wanted to jump on real quick because over at blacklifecoach101.com, child, we having a party. It's only $10 to learn the simple steps of the answer to the most frequently asked question of where do I start as a Black Life Coach? I'm giving you the answers. It's only $10. It's over at blacklifecoach101.com. So, if you've been considering someday, one day, getting ready to soon, maybe think about, praying about becoming a Black Life Coach, especially if you're a Black woman of faith. Let me take this off of here. Then head over to Black Life Coach 101. I got some fire. Let me put my light back where it goes. There we are. And hopefully it'll stay. So I'm just jumping on here. I won't be before you long as usual. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. I am on not only a video series binge of recording videos, but also our mastermind group focus started today. It went very well, if I shall say so myself. We are looking forward to our journey together. And I also started 3 new courses at the same time on today. So I wanted to leave space for you. Jump on, say hello, chat with you a bit. And I'm cute. I cut my hair today. Yes, I cut my own hair. No, I don't cut hair professionally, but I have been approached by barbers here in Atlanta. I permed that thing today. Gotta get this my good side. I put on eye makeup for y'all on today. I did my skincare routine last night. And I was still cute after all these videos. So I said, let me jump on Facebook Live and chat it up. Chat it up. Y'all know that song. So when you come in the room, say hello. Just kind of hanging out and chatting with you guys, letting you know that there is a $10 sale on 2 of my Amazon best sellers. Well, one is an Amazon #1 new release for Black Life Coaches. And another is a series of 25 videos that I put together for you over at blacklifecoach101.com. Thank you for the love. I see your emojis. I can't see y'all, so say hey when you come in. I see numbers. I see emojis, but I don't see names or profile pictures popping up. So we're just talking about how you can learn how to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified Black woman life coach, especially if you're a Black woman of faith and you have been told you're a great listener and you're that go-to friend or family member or colleague or church member that everybody calls on because you're such a great listener. You ask really good questions. Check out Black Life Coach 101, child. It is the introductory level that answers our most frequently asked questions of basically when you surpass the research phase of being on Google and YouTube and everybody podcasts, reading everybody books, on everybody email list, going to everybody's event, and you still confusion as to where to start. As a Black Life Coach, child, I did all the research for you. And I put it all for $10 in what we're calling a book bundle over at blacklifecoach101.com. Y'all know college courses, right? Y'all educated. 101 is the basics, the foundational principles. It answers the frequently asked questions that I get a lot. And I have been training since 2013. Nope, I got certified in 2013. I was brought on board to come train and certify life coaches from around the world. They would fly in here to Atlanta with me and spend a day. And I trained 110 coaches starting in 2016. And then at the top of 2020, I brought my remix. I put a stank on life coach certification training and brought it online just for you. And I sorted out the fluff, the stuff that, child, that don't matter. This is how you coach. This is how you make money as a coach. All of that. I put it in the number one new release called, guess what? The Black Life Coach. How to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coach. And I put it all online just for you. Oh, every time I do this, man, I hope it ain't too late, Clubhouse. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here like, wait, oh, I did the wrong thing. Say hey when you come in. Hi, Brenda Williams. How are you? Are you a coach? Or y'all just on here to be nosy? Like, let me see what she's talking about. Okay, so now I got to stay on Clubhouse a little bit longer. I've been sitting here like, what my people? So we what? A few minutes in. So I'm just on here chatting with those of you who maybe you've been following me. Okay, she says, no, not yet. Do you want to be a coach? Because you came on here, girl. Hi, Stephanie on Clubhouse. Thank you for joining us. I've been talking to a locked room for the last few minutes. So over at blacklifecoach101.com is where to start with basic questions. Let's see, I left it in the living room. My iPad, I was on it. And I was going to use it to bring it up to show you guys what's over at Black Life Coach. I could use my other phone. I got 3 phones going here. And Brenda, what type of coach do you want to become? Are you looking to become a coach? Lord, I got to turn it on. Jesus. So yeah, this is really informal. I'm not really teaching, but I'm happy to talk and engage. So let's talk. Brenda, what you got, girl? She said, no, not yet. So I'm assuming as you, me, that you are looking to become a coach. So tell me what type of coach you want to become one day. One day when you grow up, what type of coach you want to be, girl? I'm trying to watch all the rooms. This is a lot, Jesus. Pray my strength in the Lord. Trying to be everywhere. And my coach tells me I need to be. And where you watching from, Brenda? I hope I didn't, oh, wait. Oh, it's doing the Facebook scroll again. Okay. I don't think my other phone want to come on, so maybe I just didn't hold the power button long enough. There we go. So yeah, if you have questions, want to talk to me, just post them in the comments. I'm in between hot and cold. I'm cold because I'm sitting here with no sleeves on because I was cute. It's hot outside though. Then I got my cardigan, the grandma cardigan, what they be like. I'm gonna get hot in a minute. Oh, you in California? No, honey. Hey. I'm a little ratchet too. You say, God is speaking to me about becoming a coach for Black women. Hey, our issues are unique. Girl, let's talk about that. Like that's, you just spoke to my heart. You ministered to me on today in that moment, Brenda. Future Black Life Coach Brenda Williams Allen. Because yes, just yes, period, Pooh. Point blank, okay? So I've been having conversation after conversation with some major partners. Got some stuff in the work for y'all, future Black Life Coaches. And amen, we can't all afford expensive there. I just literally recorded a video. It's uploading as we speak. That's why I'm really here on Facebook playing around with y'all. Oh, I can see y'all now a little bit. Y'all still say, hey, now. Speak when you come in the room. Let me adjust my light. Hold on, Brenda. Hold on, Brenda. Wait a minute, Brenda. I'm about to mess some up. Okay, I saw some of our coaches pop in, but then it went away. Okay. So, yes, our needs are different. Hey, April. How you doing? You a coach, April? Hey, girl. BlackLifeCoach101.com is what I'm really on here to talk about, our $10 sale. Oh, and it ends in 48 hours. It's been going on all weekend, but I realize all of y'all aren't on my email list, so you may not have known. The smart coaches, future Black Life Coaches, have snatched it up. My 2 bestsellers. One is a series of 25 videos to show you where to start. Another is my number 1 new release on Amazon for Black Life Coaches. I have a pet gnat in here. Yeah, so you'll see her fly by from time to time. So what I was saying was, people don't understand that, number 1, everyone can't afford expensive therapy, like you just said. To me, in my very professional, expert saved and anointed and appointed opinion with the prayer oil right there with a cross, is that life coaching is an alternative to counseling and therapy. So we train therapists, counselors, social workers, what's all the other stuff? All the help fields that people without insurance can't afford. They come and get trained with me to become a certified life coach online in one day, because they can now step outside of the bounds of the expensive coach or counseling and therapy, and they can step outside of state bounds. They don't have to risk losing their license or anything like that. So they come get certified as a coach so that they can extend their services. But yes, life coaching to me is the alternative to mental health, and especially in the Black community. And not just that, Brenda. So many people say, hey, Marissa, thank you for sharing. I think that was a share. Hey, Ivory Smith, I hope you come join us. Y'all tag people. We need some. Let's get this party started now. Come on now. Share this. Be a Marissa. But yeah, they, in the Black community, I say we, growing up, were taught not to speak outside of our households. We were taught that, therapy means that you're crazy. We all have that one family member who, may have been bipolar. I'm going to speak on experience. I had a favorite auntie that was bipolar and schizophrenic, and she was proud to get her check every month. I love her so much. She passed away several years ago now, but we just had a communication, and she actually would take me with her to her appointments, for her self-care, making sure she kept a mental space. Like, hanging with her was the very first time I experienced opening a bank account or going to the chiropractor. We did a lot of adventures together. We ate really good food. She loved to eat. So every first and third, like, she would be calling me, come pick me up, niece. That was her favorite niece, but she told all her nieces that. But you can't tell me that I wasn't a favorite. But yeah, she was diagnosed, and she was the most loving person in our family, still to this day. Like, no one loves like this auntie. But you do have a lot of people in Black households who are dealing with mental illness that is never discussed. They don't know the warning signs, or when they see them, oh, she just crazy. Oh, she just having one of her episodes. Oh, that's just her, And so we're not taught to seek therapy or counseling, or everybody don't get what they call a crazy chick. But when people discover life coaching, and that there's someone who's willing to sit with them, listen to not necessarily their problems, but their goals. Like, I just talked with my newest coach, one of the 3 programs that I started today, y'all. Child. So we had to talk about, really our life goals, what we wanted. And it helped me to put it in a succinct sentence, because sometimes our mind and our brains and our goals and our dreams and our visions, they're everywhere in our head. And a life coach is trained to help you to bring those beautiful pieces. I call it like sea glass. Have y'all ever seen sea glass, where people who like litter on the beach, I don't know how, but these just little pieces and shards of glass will wash up to the shore, and there are sea glass collectors. So people who live by the beach or frequent the beach, maybe y'all know a little bit more about it, California. So they walk around the beach and pick up these pieces of glass, and then many of them are artists. And so they bring it back and they make these beautiful works of art that look like mosaic tile, and just like little fractured pieces put together to make this bigger vision. That's how I see life coaching, because we help with those scattered thoughts and ideas, and then we help our clients to bring them together succinctly, cohesively, and then walk them step by step through an action plan for how to bring that beautiful vision to life, and how it's okay to talk about wanting things that are bigger than where you are now. It's okay to be the only one in your family that goes and seeks help outside of, oh, just pray about it. Ain't nothing wrong with prayer. Bring Jesus with you to life coaching session, because your coach need covering too. But we can't use church and everything else as a excuse or a stumbling block as to why we don't seek help outside of ourselves. Jesus said, greater than these things shall ye also do. So he left the blueprint. We got God, we got Jesus, we got the Holy Spirit, we got the Bible, we got prayer, we got church. And now we have life coaching. It's a form of ministry. And so I personally believe that, this is an opportunity for people who, like you said, can't afford expensive therapy, can't, don't have insurance. Maybe, they're a little bit embarrassed to say, I go to counseling. Child, give me a counselor. I'm going to sit and talk to them. They always tell me, go on and write that next book because your story is just so interesting. I end up coaching my counselors. So I have to switch them up often. But I'm just saying, I be in there giving business advice. Like, wait, I am not here for that, coach, counselor. So nothing is wrong with life coaching. What we do need more of are women who are trained to do like you, Brenda, acknowledge that, number one, they've been called and they have a gift and an anointing to help others. Coaching is a calling. That's why I put together this $10 resource over at blacklifecoach101.com. One is a video ebook. It's really cool. Series of videos I put together for you. It's in a book format. You just click it. And the other one is my number one to release ebook for Black life coaches who want to learn how to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coach. Because that's what's missing in the life coaching industry. A lot of Black women, sad to say, have just picked up the title of coach. And they think it's taking that church approach where they like, let me minister to you. Let me prophesy to you. Let me lay hands on you, tell you what you coulda, shoulda, woulda, oughta do, what I would do if I was you. Rum and Rome in the house. Like they just got that Rum and Rome bounce. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Rum and Rome on Martin. That ain't coaching, sis. They ain't trained. They might be anointed, but you can combine all that. She laughing. You can combine all that with a skill. The Bible says, to study, to show thyself approved. So certification is a form of approval, a form of permission, a form of submission where you've submitted your thoughts, your ideas, your vision, your will, and your dream to sitting under mentorship, not authority or somebody beating you over the head. No, come learn from someone who looks like you, who knows the story of struggle growing up in low-income housing and government assistance and food stamps and food banks and homelessness and dealing with the downsides of a corporate career, dropping out of college, dealing with homelessness again, dealing with the death of my mom happening on the same day that my 5-year marriage divorce trial was taking place. I literally walked out of the courthouse and got the phone call that my mom had just passed away. So I was now in a position for my life to be altered. It was shifting, and life coaching saved my life. That's why I'm so passionate about it. People always say, why are you so passionate? Why you care about if we get certified? Why you do this? What's your why? Girl, me, sis, me. Right? You say, my God, imagine me. And what was crazy, Sandra, was I had taken off of work on my corporate job that day. I was scheduled to be on television. I had started a business on the weekends after my 9 to 5. And child, I was like, well, I'm going to go down here real quick, sign on the dotted line, get this divorce. Then I'm going to go to the NBC affiliate studios. Had an hour drive and I was ready. And then as soon as I walked outside, I just was in the middle of the street looking up at the sky. I felt like, y'all know on TV at the end of the movies where they just be looking up and the camera spins. I was in that moment. Like, God, what would you have me to do? Because, see, I thought I was finna be on TV. I thought I was going to go back to work tomorrow and act like, okay, I'm single now. Life goes on. He had a whole nother plan for my life. So that's why I don't play with. I'm a coach. Child, I was terrified to call myself a coach before I got certified. I was like, life is too serious to just play with someone's life because you want a title. You want to give yourself a title. So when I had a chance to sit down with everything that happened in my story and my life and take the divorce and the death and the downsizing of the corporate career, take the dropping out of college and take everything that I was dealing with homelessness and just sit with it. Me and God, we sat for 10 years in my mom's home that I was now over the estate of. And God gave me 10 years mortgage free, y'all. Her house wasn't paid off. Oh, but God, right? So this was my incubation stage, and I had time to write 16 books, many bestsellers, start speaking and sharing my story. I finished my college education like my mom wanted. She was 47 years old, and one of her dying demands, it wasn't no wish, it wasn't no request, it wasn't no prayer, no little, oh, my child. She said, no, finish your education, okay? So that was my mom's wish at 47 years old. I graduated college, even though it took me 15 years to get it on out the way. And my degree is in training and development. That's my mama's degree. I'm currently getting a master's in life coaching at Liberty University, and I have a doctorate degree in Christian psychology. I was honored with an honorary doctorate recently from an international institution who watched me work, y'all. 20 years of validation, like, we see you, sis. We see your story. Here's your mantle. Here's your flowers. Here's your anointing. Here's your title. Here's your calling. And that doctorate is for y'all. So I sat right here on Facebook and cried with y'all back in December because I had just did my skincare routine, had vitamin E oil on my face, and got the email. And I said, so I had to come and share it with those women like y'all who show up on platforms like this and listen to my story, and you find yourself, you find a piece of you in something that I've been through, which is why you're going to tag your friend who need to hear this word on today, because I didn't come to preach. I didn't come to teach. What they say, I didn't come to impress you, but to impress upon you. I hate when people say that. So I'm impressing upon you that, yes, it's never too late. Sorry, I'm from Freeze. Oh, let me close down Clubhouse, and thank you for letting me know that. Thank you for letting me know that. So hold on. In the room, because what it is I got 7 devices on my internet going right now, and yeah, we don't need that many, so it's taking up my bandwidth. So let me know if I still freeze, and thank y'all for letting me know. Yeah, so it's not too late. God is amazing. My story is powerful. I meet so many women from all over the world, young and old. I have had so many hundreds of conversations with women who are like, I'm ready, Dr. AJ. I'm ready for my next. Oh, I forgot I can make the comments bigger. That is always my favorite. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see what y'all write. Facebook is scrolling, and it won't let me see. I know it's some new comments. Y'all put your comment again. Let me see. Somebody said, okay, I see you, Brenda. Girl, I'm 67 and starting this journey. Been retired for 20 years. Yes, and I'm talking to a lot of I'm just so proud of y'all, Black women. Like, being on this journey of certifying Black life coaches over the last 18 months, I brought my own training online, but I've been training and certifying coaches since 2016. We used to do it live here in Atlanta. I can't wait till we get back to that. But now we're online, and I'm meeting so many women that, number one, they are ready to swipe out their credit cards and pay for the training in full. They're not asking for hookups or discounts or scholarships or, can we barter? They're just like, no, I'm ready. Because they're at their point, the point in their life. My oldest client is 72 years old. And she's a white woman. And I love her. She's my favorite person in Georgia, okay? Our oldest coach is 67, Brenda. And she just finished a documentary where she was a featured life coach. They followed her journey, saw her go through my certification, invited her to come be on TV and coach live. And honey, when I say she did that, I was like, yes, coach. We got another reality TV star coach. Can't tell her nothing. She get on my nerves. She is hilarious. She is an amputee. So she is literally rolling around Atlanta in the spotlight, featured reality TV show star, multi-million-dollar partnership deals. It's never too late. I have trained gay, straight, men, women, all nationalities, all races, all beliefs and faiths, all types of professions, all types of learning styles, from ADHD. Another coach taught me about Bell's palsy today. So everybody is coming from, it ain't even just an age thing. It's like a life experience thing that's bringing you to this moment of finally saying yes to the call that God has on your life. And that's why over at blacklifecoach101.com, I'm giving you 2 resources for only $10. Now, these retail at almost $100, y'all, but I'm giving you both for just $10. So make sure you get it. Let me shut down Facebook, the group, and I'll delete that because we didn't finish it. Let me give me some more bandwidth. Thank you for letting me know. And then I may have to go and get my AirPad and log offline on that because I don't want it to be spotty, because I hate when the replays are spotty too, and I want to make sure y'all can hear me. So yeah, it's not just an age thing, it's a life experience thing, and it's also many of you are ready to say yes to the call. So make sure you get your books over at blacklifecoach101.com because it's a surprise, and a couple of surprises, but one in particular you really want to make sure you check out when you download the books. But women who have served in the corporate community, in their corporate culture, had those, what they call them, microaggressive conversations, been misrepresented in the workplace, ain't really taken serious, seen as a threat if they voice their opinion, their hair and their color of their skin intimidate people just because they're a black woman and they ain't even got to speak. They just show up. Yeah, they're reaching retirement age and they're like, you know what? Before I go off on somebody, before I have to cut somebody out, put my faith down for just a minute and not be saved for 60 seconds and slap somebody. Let me go and get this certification so I know what I'm doing when I retire from this place in a year or two. Don't act, we Christian, we still human. But hey. So, I've had a lot of those conversations lately because y'all ready. Y'all like me. Child, let me tell you about my walk-off job, right? So talking about the downsizing of my corporate career, that was a decision, one of two. I made one decision and another one was made for me. But I was working for $8 an hour. I was actually a work-study student as I went through Mercer University getting my degree. And so I was working. They have a college program for kids at the university, and they had seen my work in the community with little black girls, helping them to go to the next level in their life by hosting empowerment seminars that I had partnered with Dove, the beauty brand company. And they trained me as a facilitator. And so I had this brand here in Atlanta, and people would travel from other states to come hang out with me when I would host events for girls and their moms. And Mercer got wind of that thanks to my resume from LinkedIn. It was a whole book, girl. And they loved the work that I'd done. So they brought me on board as a student worker. I did the work, but my checks stopped showing up. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm a student. I know I'm part-time, and it's only $8 an hour. But that's gas money to get here, and that's my thrift store money because it's on the same road as a thrift store. I said, don't play with my check, sis. My supervisor was black. So what I did was use one of those checks when I was getting paid, and I went and got certified. It was a 2-day event. Left on a Friday, came back on Monday with that piece of paper and my retirement plan. And I didn't put in no notice. I just walked in and I asked, had my documents to get paid been received? And for more than once, this had happened. And I said, no, not today. I'm certified. I ain't telling nobody that. They knew I was already coaching. They knew my work. They knew my value, but they weren't paying my value. So I kindly closed the laptop, packed up the entire office, cleaned out the desk, put the instructions for the next person after me to come in and pick up where I left off, and I got in my car and drove away. So I know those moments. Now, I drove down the street, and I called my friend. I said, girl, I think I just quit my job. And I lost it, and I cried till I could not breathe, y'all, and I have anxiety. So when I get going, I'm coughing and I'm snotting and I'm gasping for air and I'm throwing up sometimes. But I had that moment in some other business parking lot down the street. But that was my last job, and that was in 2013. So I know what it's like to have to pump yourself up and say enough is enough. I'm ready, Jesus. Let's do this. So if that's you, if you feel any of this in your spirit, because y'all like, testify. Yes, indeed. I see you, Mary. Make sure you get the books. They're only $10 for both books. A near $100 value. It's over at blacklifecoach101.com. I'm sharing so many secrets, insider secrets in the coaching industry. I'm telling you way more about my story and how I got here, why I coach, where my training came from, what I was doing over the last 6 years, and why I really show up here. So passionate to talk and laugh with y'all because I know y'all's story is my story. You are me. And so my struggle, my story, my style, my spirit, my salvation is sexy to y'all. Because it's just me and Jesus running this business. And so I have to show up for my other sisters in Christ who have had these real life transparent experiences that they ain't told nobody about yet. Child, I put it in a book. BlackLifeCoach101.com. Go get it. And it's a part of the story that now gets me paid as a coach because people will resonate with your story. But you got to have it to the point where you're ready to share it. And it's actually making the impact that you know you can make as a coach. But that comes with skill, with training, with knowledge, with expertise. And when you humble yourself and study to show thyself approved. And so I took out all the fluff that I've seen in the life coach industry for years, nearly a decade now. I've been in this industry. And I'm giving you exactly what you need to coach effectively so that you don't have to worry about things like imposter syndrome or shiny object syndrome. No, you're focused and you're confident in your skill because you've invested in getting certified. And there's no question about, am I doing this right? Should I try to copy and paste what somebody else do? Where do I start? Who am I called to serve? How much should I charge? What should I be doing during my sessions? How long should my sessions be? All of that's covered in my one-day life coach certification training, which you'll find out more about when you get your $10 book bundle over at blacklifecoach101.com. Again, blacklifecoach101.com. Hi, Takesha Wade. How are you? So who has their book yet? Y'all got my internet shut down over here, crashing the internet. So we done broke the Austin household internet. So I do not know if you have made the list yet. So let me know. If you have your book, there's my pet gnat. He's flying, she's flying. And I'm shutting down the others. What other questions do you guys have about anything that I've shared? When I jump on here, I share the same stories that I share with people in my inbox. You know, close friends and confidants. I put my business out there. You know, you ain't got to worry about finding out no secrets. You like, oh yeah, she talked about that on her live. So I'm going to go tell it on the mountain. I'm over the hill. I got that part. I'm ready to help you tell your story. Y'all ready? Hopefully y'all can still hear me. It's not freezing. And thank y'all for keeping me posted on that. But yeah, training is important. Certification is important. It's that piece of paper that gives you confidence. And it's going to give your clients confidence in why they should give you their money, invest their time with you, trust you that you can help them get a result. But you got to know where to start and what coaching looks like for you. Because one thing I also discovered is that not everybody coach for money. Did you know that? So that has helped me as a trainer to know what information to bring y'all's way. Knowing why you show up and why you really want to do this. Facebook comments are scrolling again, but it's wonky. It's just like on a repeated scroll and it won't let me get to the new comments. Yes, certification definitely gives you legitimacy, Brenda. And it starts within. So my one-day life coach certification training is for Black women of faith, and it's a home study, self-study course. And when I did it as a self-study, what I meant was those of us who we're like, I don't even know what to call us. We're beyond, we're like A++ personalities. Like, give me all the information and I'm going to do it in a day. And so because I had been hosting this training for so many years and it is a day-long training live, I said, well, let me just package it up like that in a day. And so as women start taking it, like we've had 52 women to complete this online certification since this time last year. The online version, the home study, self-study course has been available for about 18 months now. We were first doing them live stream, and now it's packaged as a self-study course. But one of our coaches, Coach Eva Porter, she recently told me, she said, Dr. AJ, this is truly a self-study course. I was like, She was like, it made me sit and go through my stuff before I get out there and try to help people, try to coach people. She, along with other coaches, were like, I thought I was coaching, but I was telling people what to do. I was giving them my advice and my opinions, and that ain't coaching now that I found that out. So that's why it's not safe to just pick up the title of coach without knowing the skill that's required to actually help your clients get a result, and stand in a code of ethics, putting yourself out there as a Black Christian coach, making sure that you're doing things in decency and in order. Because many of us wouldn't want people like speaking over our lives like a pastor if they haven't been ordained or, called to the ministry, So it's a certain protocol. It gives you legitimacy within yourself. That's going to exude over into your clients. Like when you guys see me show up confidently, many people ask about my confidence, and it comes from years of practice. It comes from years of perfecting the craft and dedicating myself to the skill of showing up confidently. I'm going to still need a nap when I get off here. I'm hungry too. But I still show up confidently and share my story, share my gifts, and meet you where you are on your walk to make sure that you can take one more step to get you closer to where God has called you on your journey. It's a journey to success, and it's possible. I am the blueprint. Living testimony. So, if you guys could ask me anything about becoming a coach, what would it be? I'm going to answer that, and then we'll get off here. Make sure you get your gift of the 2 books for $10. That's over at blacklifecoach101.com. If you're typing a question right now, throw up an emoji so I can hold on. If not, I'm going to go into the kitchen because my stomach is hitting the side of my rib cage. And I'm finna go eat. So, were I scared? Were I scared? Lord Jesus. Yes, because I told you I had just quit my job. I didn't tell my supervisor, who was another Black woman. And she knew that I was coaching because I would coach her for free. And when I quit, I just had this certificate. I had the training. I had DVDs and CDs and my handbook from class. And I knew to do like YouTube videos, but I wasn't on there coaching yet. I was on there talking about my experience of becoming a life coach and persuading people about this legitimate industry that is like, yeah. And so then I, just out of like, I don't know, determination, just sheer determination to like, I'm going to make this work. Because one thing when I was working, I did not like that when I would come home, my office, the paperwork on my office desk had started to collect dust. And it hurt my feelings because I was like, I am putting my dream of being my own boss to the side for somebody else's dream. I'm making their program better because I helped them bring their systems from 1992 up to the 21st century. But I was leaving my dream behind. And someone brought to my attention that that was happening as well. And so we sat and had a come to Jesus. And I said, Lord, people are believing in this vision. I got to get on board with it even bigger. So yeah, I was scared because that meant that now my business had to pay my mortgage. My business had to feed me. My business had to be the gas money to get to school, to go thrift store shopping, the allowance. It was a lot. And I told myself that, yes, it's scary, but just like with my marriage, I would not give up on my business until I knew that I had tried everything that I could to make it work. So I was not going to divorce my business. I was not going to give up on me. And the fact that it's just me. I was single now and no kids and no job. I'm free and I got all this education. So So let me review my notes. I put myself out there by sending an email to my local newspaper. And my mama started this when I was real young. Like when I would do something she was super proud of, she was always somewhere behind the reason I showed up in the local newspaper. So, and then she kept the articles, her and my grandma. So I was in the newspaper off and on since 9 years old. I won a jump roping contest and the newspaper featured me. I won a book reading contest and made $80 or $90 for reading the most book in my community. And the newspaper featured me. CNN came out to record me. So I was on TV at 9 years old, y'all. I was also an entrepreneur at 9 years old. My mom helped me to learn about recycling by collecting beer cans and soda cans in the neighborhood. And I would get like a quarter a can or a quarter a bag. I don't know. But I was rich off of beer cans at 9 years old in my 9-year-old mind. And so my mom also started her own business, which was the 1993 version of Uber in our neighborhood where no one really had a car. We didn't have a car. She would rent a car every week from Alamo Rent-A-Car. Every week a different car. And she would go take people to the grocery store and pick up kids after school and take old people to the doctor and go pick up their medicine and just help the community. And so she was the inspiration behind why I had to show up. I didn't have a choice. I told you my mama didn't make requests. She made demands. So her daughter, her firstborn, her only daughter, her only girl, eldest of three, the one she prayed for, could not have. She had to have surgery to have me. She prayed for me and I won the race, y'all. I was the sperm that made her to the egg. And Jesus said, let it be so. And here I is, literally the answer to someone's prayer. Y'all are too. Somebody praying for you, coach. But you got to just start. Take the first step. That's why I got blacklifecoach101.com over there for $10. It's going away tomorrow night. Y'all better have $10 in your pocket right now. If that's a stretch, then listen, stick with your job a little bit longer. You may not be ready. But anyway, my mom instilled principles in me that carried me through to becoming a business owner. And so I contacted my local newspaper. I told them that I was a life coach, local business owner, Black woman, single, helping the community. They came out and did a story. I emailed my local news station. The whole news crew, producers and all, came to my house and sat with me and interviewed me about my business. It was on their website for years. I got a copy of it in the archives. But that put me out into the community. And then I got a call from one of the newspaper articles. Someone invited me to come speak about my business. And then they kept inviting me. One organization turned into 5 organizations. I met a new co-work space owner. They had just renovated $1 million facility in my hometown, and to get recognition for what they were doing, they were sponsoring event space. So I hosted my very first event free of charge, and that was my very first workshop. And I taught, and I used that money from the workshop to write a book about what the workshop was about. People at the workshop paid me to write a book about what I taught because they said this is the best workshop I've ever been to. I had interns that showed up and paid to be there to learn. And then from there, I started coaching more. I started speaking more. I started writing more. And then I was invited to come train with the same life coach certification training company that certified me. And so I spent 2016 through 2019 with them. And then that company dissolved. And I was like, terrified again. I wasn't scared this time. I was terrified because wait a minute, what I'm gonna do now? And y'all was in my inbox like, so when your next class? I be seeing you on live and you be in this room talking to people and training. I want to come get trained. And I was like, well, child, God, when am I send these people? The company partnership is gone and I don't want to write another book. I'm tired, Jesus. And someone who had been watching my journey since the very beginning said, but you got this, right? I was like, dang, here we go. Somebody else believing in my vision. I said, yeah, I think so. And they pushed me out the nest. Like, you gonna do this. Because they had sat in my class and watched me train and teach and fall in love with what I do. And so I brought it online, y'all, but I tested it first. Because at the same time I was being pushed out of the nest and other people were believing in this vision because they had seen me train online for years. I got a call from a library. I had signed up to volunteer to teach classes for free at a local library that was out of my district in exchange for coming to check out anything I want in the library, including technology. Like they had these $2,000 cameras and iPads, and I was like, I'll come teach for free. Y'all let me use this equipment for free. And it's like, deal. So they called and they said, we would love for you to come teach a class on how to become a life coach. I was like, for real? So it all just started coming together. I said yes. We sold out of an event. It was a free event, but the room was packed. I was like, I should ask for a bigger room. The ironic and how Jesus got such a funny personality, y'all, is that library was literally behind the same building of the company that had just dissolved our partnership. In their backyard. And here I was teaching on my own, flying on my own, y'all. And people telling me, I'm ready. Sign me up. When is your first training? So 5 people came on board. I made $3,000 certifying people on my own, keeping 100% of the proceeds. I didn't have to split it because the partnership I was in, I was only getting 25% of the money that was coming in, doing a 99.9% of the work. They were just the credit card behind the ads, pretty much, in the rental space that we hosted the events. But here I was now investing in $200 pairs of J's, y'all, walking around the house in some new shoes. Wasn't going nowhere, but proud that I had just made my first $3,000 in my own coach training company. And that was just in February of 2020. And here we are, $68,000 later, working my business maybe 10 hours a week, having so much fun, and coming on here talking and clowning y'all. So that is my extremely long dissertation and sermonette about, yes, I was scared. However, when bills is on their way, hallelujah, you find the strength, When you gotta make money, Black women get creative, don't we? And so I thank God for the opportunity to be here in this space, leading in this space. And at the time of this recording, we are almost at 200 coaches on our roster that I've trained and certified from all over the world. That's why I ask y'all, where y'all at? And that's why I also have to come back to the basics and introduce resources like the one over at blacklifecoach101.com, where we sit and talk about what is a life coach? What are the benefits of getting certified? What does a life coach do really? And some of those videos, they spotty and they choppy, and I had bad internet there too. I was living with a friend at the time, so y'all get to see my Airbnb in the background that I was paying to be there. And so, yeah, it's real life. You are so welcome, Speaker Sheila. She says, thanks for real life talk. This is stuff that's not being talked about. I hate when I hear stories of success and people like, yeah, I just woke up one morning and I was bankrupt, and then the next morning I was a millionaire. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Now you missed a lot of steps. Can we go back about 20, 30 years? So I try to make sure that I include the fine print that's necessary for you to know that it's not easy. It's not all glitter and gold. But when you have someone who's been there, done that, and literally got the t-shirt, child, it'll save you years of frustration. And so what I love to hear is y'all's vision of where you are and where you want to go as a future Black certified life coach. Because I can tell you, okay, try this, do this. Here's what worked for me. Here's what works for my coaching clients. And we're all doing this together. We're growing together. So I just hosted our very first mastermind today for our already certified coaches who are like, okay, now what? You know, I'm ready to write my first book. I'm ready to start speaking like you. I want to host my own live events and workshops and virtual trainings. I want to partner with people to get out and get the word out about what I do as a coach. I want to focus more on my one-on-one coaching and hone in on my coaching skills. I want to create my own group coaching program and create passive profits so I can show up 10 hours a week and get paid full-time salary, you know. So that's where we are currently, and that's exactly why I show up here, to laugh and joke and talk with y'all about where I am and what God has shown me for you. But y'all scared. Y'all is so scared. Someone asked me before on a live, what's my least favorite thing about life coaching? And my least favorite thing is to meet Black women of faith that know that they're called to coach. They know they're called for more, but they won't make an investment. And it ain't the money thing. Like Brenda just said in her comment, money is secondary. I just don't want to piss God off. Girl, you ain't got to worry about that. He gonna keep you straight. He got you this far. He ain't gonna leave you. That's what the Bible says. He'll never leave us nor forsake us. And that's one of my driving forces. I don't want to get to heaven and God be like, now I told you to go talk to Brenda and tell her what thus said the Lord. Keisha showed up, Mary showed up, Dewana showed up. Talk to these folk and tell them what could be. Don't just tell them, show them. And as they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So I put out a $10 resource. Y'all should have seen me in here typing in the middle of the night like, oh, I'm about to do this for my coaches. So check out blacklifecoach101.com. Speaker Sheila says, do you offer inquiry, discover, call options? Tell me what you inquiring about. And I can tell you, I don't like talking on the phone because I'm going to end up coaching you. And that's a financial investment. So you may want to be in our mastermind versus being on the phone with me. But I don't do pick your brain sessions and nothing like that. I done paid my dues, child. I've been in this industry. I've been in business since 2005. I've been a coach since 2013. So everything, well, not everything. All the vital, pertinent information you need as a coach, I done put it in books. Like the two over at Black Life Coach 101. But if you can tell me what you're trying to discover, I can tell you if I think that we need to put a call on the books, okay? If not, I'm going to tell you to join our mastermind. And we'll be happy to have you. We had a good time today. I love when my coaches shut down on me. They like, oh, you got my brain hurting. That's a good session. Boy, you're hot. So that is the, and I don't know what God is doing, but I'm watching him work because I usually only coach a very select few one-on-one throughout the year. And so this new mastermind that we started today is a version of that live coaching. And we're showing up for 24 sessions. Whew, it's going to be so much fun. So we had fun today. So that may be, if you're already certified and you know what you want, like you actually have a vision. You ain't telling me to guesstimate what I think you should pray about and maybe go do someday. Then you may be a good fit for our mastermind. So Speaker Sheila, what you're trying to discover, what you're trying to inquire, let me know. Y'all, I gotta pee. And this is just real talk. Y'all said thank you for the real talk. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss no comments, though. I like talking to y'all. I like it. I talk to myself, especially on the record, because somebody go come watch and put #replay. And I'm going to come talk to them about becoming a coach or growing their coaching company. Hey, Sabrina Ashley. Okay, he says you answered my question. Cool. So what you want to do? You want to join our mastermind? You're going to get the book over at Black Life Coach 101. I see you got speaker in your title, so apparently you're out here talking to folk. So tell me what you need. I'll tell you what I got. My lips dry. And on video all day. Okay, speaking of, I guess my videos are probably uploaded. Let me double check. And then I'm going to hop off here with y'all. Because y'all ain't going to have me on here all day fasting and praying. I told y'all I was hungry. I'm hungry. Going to get the video. Okay. Get it before tomorrow. Don't be in my inbox talking about, you remember that back in 2021 you did a $10. Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. That was in the spirit realm. That was a prophetic manifestation. And we caught up in the rapture now, sis. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to have that conversation with you. Where are my videos? Did I put them on the right? Okay, one is ready. Let me check the other. We got 2. And then I'm going to get off here with y'all. Y'all better ask y'all questions. Y'all know folk ain't on here keeping it real and trilling the veil with y'all like this now. So throw your questions up there. I'm happy to answer them. I'm going to be real with y'all. I ain't going to sugarcoat. How I am right now is how I am with my friends, my coaching clients, my neighbors. I want when y'all remember me to say, yeah, that was Dr. AJ. She said that. She did that. I want y'all all to be on the same page. I don't want it to be like, no, I didn't know that side of her. Now y'all all gonna agree. If it was crazy, she said it. Yep, that was her. She said it in love. Godly love. Okay, y'all, both my videos are ready. So I gotta get off here and get them to where they need to be. Any final questions or are all hearts and minds clear? I got my eyes closed and I done got comfortable. Got a little sleep. I'm gonna eat. I've been watching Dexter. I have a dark side to me. I like watching killer shows with blood and seeing how people like kill people. And also I love scam, like greed and like when these big time criminals get caught. I love hearing how their brain think. Like, what made you think that you could just steal people's money and scam them? But they be getting their own shows. So I need to know how they think it, you know? So I like watching stuff like that, you know, trying to figure out who the killer and stuff. Like I know that was him, Dexter. Being here talking to the TV. I just got a TV, y'all. I used to not have a TV for years because as coaches, we were trained to get rid of our TVs. And it helps. It's a distraction, but I'm like, I just substitute TikTok for a TV, so might as well get it and watch YouTube on there and, you know, all my shows. Sandra Jackson says, I have an ebook that I wrote that I want to attach coaching to. Do it. What I love about what I do with my books is I attach coaching to it, but I show you the model that works. Like, I'm literally giving you the answer key, the keys to the kingdom. When you invest the $10 over at blacklifecoach101.com, you're going to see how I write my books. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gifted in, I'm an activated prophet. And even in business, I can read a book and see the formula for how they wrote the book. And that's literally how I wrote my books. Bestsellers. I have partnerships with business coaches and other author coaches and speaker coaches here in Atlanta and abroad because it's just something that is a gift. And so I gift that to y'all because I'm hoping you can see how I did what I did. It's just a God-given talent. I call it messaging magic, where I can literally, like, I can look at your book and tell where you can take your coaching company and the money that could be made off of it and how to repurpose the content and all the goodies. My very first book, I made $13,000 off of. And it was really, really fun. I still make money off that book, still to this day. And so I was a new author, first time author. So yes, it's good to have something to offer people after they read your book. And so that's one of my skills that I show you how I do it in my books. So when I put stuff out there, child, when I tell you, get it while the getting is good. And I'm very humble, you know. I'm confident, but I'm humble. But when I put stuff out there, it's best to go on and invest because that means God done gave me a download and some type of revelation that's going to bless your life real good. So I put it out there. So yes, everything that I teach, I model. I don't just talk about theory or what I heard somebody else do or say. This is from experience. Y'all heard my stories. Shoot, I done live this. As my coach say, you true to this. You been doing this. He be hyping me up. Any final questions? Final questions. Throw up an emoji now if you're writing. Any final questions? Oh, Facebook is a new partner too. I done told this water bottle up, honey. But they're on board with our vision, so we'll be doing some stuff coming up soon with Facebook. So it's best to come on in to the community so you can be included. I'm coughing now, y'all, so I gotta go. Are you typing? Are you writing? Let me know. Catch my breath. Hold on, Sandra. Hold on. Got smacked with it. That water cold and good. That's a good water bottle. I just got a new Brita filter too, so it's fresh out the fridge. Do I do consulting? No. I do masterminding and coaching. Consulting is more like telling you what you need to do. I would prefer to coach you with what you want to do versus me telling you what to do. But y'all do be wanting me to give y'all the answers. I ain't gonna give you no answers. I'm gonna ask you some questions. So do I coach, which is asking questions? Yes, I do. However, I do it in a mastermind format. So if you want the link to join our mastermind, inbox me, girl. We just started today. It's 6 months. And it's all about you and your business. Coach Lolita can tell you if she pops on here. I'm getting hot. All right. I'm about to go. Try not to cough. It's watering. Hold on. That's all I got. If you want more, inbox me. I'm going to just send you the link to the mastermind. Make sure you get your books over at Black Life Coach 101. And until we meet again, my friend, Black Life Coach 101 is where you should be. Get your $10 gift. $10 gift that goes away in less than 24 hours. Black Life Coach 101. Until we meet again, my friends, remember there's someone somewhere, sis. They're waiting on you, sis, to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs, because it's when you let your own light shine, you give others permission to do the same. And as a Black woman life coach, when you impact one life, child, we impact a generation. Let's get started. You need to either be in my inbox asking me about joining the mastermind, or you need to be over at blacklifecoach101.com, or both. And I'll see y'all soon. Have a phenomenal rest of your day. God bless. Bye, coaches.